it is true. And I was like, well, okay, I can do that. That sounds good. I can handle 1 email per month. So that was when I was like, oh, okay. I'm not going to get bombarded.
Right.
So, yeah, I just wanted to commend you on that, Emily.
So it worked. Oh, go ahead. You can go. You can.
I didn't know if you were trying to lead to this or not, Emily, but with the question about the other group on campus, were you trying to get to talking about SYRF affiliated groups? Was that where you were trying to lead?
I think it's important when we at all. Oberlin is a different situation than other campuses, but I think throwing in the option of SYRF affiliated groups, or I was really going for the fact that they work together. And so in this particular situation, we had 2 students that really feel passionately about SYRF. And there happens to be another organization on campus that is doing some great secular work. So let's all come together and do this together. And in this case, we have 2 separate organizations. But if it had been another situation, the answer could have been like, actually, we're on the steering committee, and our responsibility for that secular pro-choice group is to sometimes bring in a religious model, and it helps us get grant funding from DC, and it helps us get materials and speakers and stuff like that. So I think yesterday I used the analogy that we sort of have a library of things, and whatever fits, we will approach the campus with. So whether that's working with the Planned Parenthood chapter at Ohio State University, or creating a new group at Oberlin, or sending 1 clergy person to the University of Maryland, there's sort of a whole host there.
And this, I don't know if this was intentional either, but I was really impressed that you managed to work in the information from yesterday's section on millennials and like giving people like, you know, like there's opportunities for internships and leadership and to really develop yourself.
That was good.
And like throwing that in the, and throwing that in the pitch too, and kind of feeding on what you know our generation is looking for as well. So I thought that was really, really clever.
Cool.
I'm glad that session was helpful.
Yeah,
and people liked it. Are we ready for the next scenario?
We are.
I fear this is our last scenario.
All right, so these 2 are tabling on campus. I am going to approach, you know, as a passerby who's intrigued by their sign and wants to know more. What's SYRF?
SYRF stands for Spiritual Youth for Reproductive Freedom. It's a program of the Coalition for Reproductive Choice, and it's a progressive student organization that is working for the reproductive rights of women.
Oh, okay. I'm progressive, but I'm not religious. Does that mean I would be able to join?
Not at all. You can be religious and not spiritual, or you can be spiritual and not religious, or you can be a self-proclaimed atheist and still find yourself connected to the issues of faith. The key issues that we're about maintaining the individual's rights to constitutionally protect their rights to practice their faith in whatever way they choose. So it doesn't matter if you like traditional religious settings or you're just a spiritual individual.
But that's not really in jeopardy, is it? I mean, it's like in the Constitution.
Well, actually, if you look at recent court decisions and just recent legislative decisions, they're really chipping away at our core ability to practice religion in whatever way we choose and apply those things to issues about our body, like the recent decision with late-term abortions and the restriction on the way women have the ability, and doctors even have the ability, to make decisions about a woman's body and things like that.
We just really need to protect a woman's right to make decisions on her body because it's her body, and no one else should have the right to make decisions or take away decisions that she might have to face in the future.
Wow. So what are other issues that I should be concerned about?
Well, for one thing, our government currently sponsors abstinence-only education, and if you think about that, that's really educating.
I had to suffer through that.
Exactly, and we are not educating our youth about things like contraceptive methods, like really safe family planning, STIs. So we're then leading them down this path of kind of misinformation, miseducation, so that it comes to later decisions. They don't have a foundation to really deal with these things.
What are STIs?
Sexually transmitted infections.
Oh, right. Why don't we call them diseases anymore?
Well, disease, we really feel like there's a stigma attached to that word, because an infection is something that you can get through no fault of your own, and especially if you're not informed about proper contraceptive uses like condoms, you might unknowingly be putting yourself at risk. And we just want to show that infection is something that happens, and hopefully we can help you deal with it, but it's not a disease.
Okay. Can I have one of these buttons? Mm-hmm. Oh, great, thanks. And what should I do to sign up? Or, well, actually, I don't know if I want to sign up, but how can I stay in contact?
We have an email list you can sign up for, and we can give you our cards and our information, and we're available through email just to ask us any questions, and we can send you information on upcoming events that we'll have.
Okay, great. Do you have speakers and stuff?
Well, we do all sorts of programming. We have speakers, we have these types of tabling opportunities. We attend kind of larger rallies from within the community. We do all sorts of things.
All right, great. Well, thanks. It was nice to meet you guys.
Thanks.